Not all fruits are loaded with sugar. Some actually help your body fight insulin resistance. And today I'll be sharing 20 best low glycemic fruits plus my top 7 picks diabetics and people living with insulin resistance should include in their plate every week.
So, hello, if you just see me for the first time, I am Amara, aka the Mom Scientist, a biomedical scientist, a metabolic health researcher and coach, and all I do on this channel is share practical tips for reversing insulin resistance and diabetes naturally. And I'm currently running a 30 video series challenge on how to lower your blood sugar naturally. So if that's of interest to you, consider subscribing and joining this family of metabolically health conscious individuals. You're welcome to the tribe.
First, I'm going to explain two terms, glycemic index and glycemic load. I will explain glycemic index quickly because I've already given an in-depth explanation on that in my previous video on 7 fruits diabetics must avoid. So if you want more explanation on glycemic index, do well to go and watch that video. So quickly, glycemic index is how fast a food or fruit releases its sugar content into the body. While glycemic load is how much sugar is contained in a food or a fruit. The same way glycemic index is categorized, glycemic load is also categorized into 3: low, medium, and high. Food with glycemic load of 0 to 10 have low glycemic load. What it means is that they contain small amounts of sugar and are best for blood sugar control because they contain small amounts of sugar. Food with glycemic load of 11 to 19 contain moderate amount of sugar and should be eaten in small amounts by diabetics and people living with insulin resistance. While food with glycemic load of 20 and above are heavily loaded with sugar and should be avoided or limited by people living with diabetes or insulin resistance. I have some good news for you. The 20 fruits I'll be suggesting to you in this video have low glycemic load and low glycemic index, which means they don't contain too much sugar and they don't cause rapid sugar spike.
Number 1 is nectarine with a glycemic index of 43 to 48 and glycemic load of 4. So you can see that nectarine has low glycemic index, but the glycemic index is in the upper limit of low, so it should be eaten in moderation. Number 2 is blueberries with a glycemic index of 53 and glycemic load of 5. Blueberries are very good and is rich in antioxidants that help fight inflammation, which is critical for people living with diabetes or insulin resistance, but should be eaten in moderation, just like nectarines. The next is lime with a glycemic index of less than 20 and glycemic load of 1. You can see that lime has very low glycemic index and very low glycemic load. Number 4 is lemon with the same glycemic index and glycemic load as lime. It has a glycemic index of less than 20 and glycemic load of 1. And the good thing about lemon is that it helps slow sugar absorption, so it's very ideal for people living with diabetes or insulin resistance. Number 5 is orange with a glycemic index of 31 to 40 and glycemic load of 5. The good thing about orange is that it's rich in vitamin C and fiber, but should be eaten whole. Don't take the juice, rather eat the whole orange, and it should also be eaten in moderation. Number 6 is coconut meat with a glycemic index of less than 45 and glycemic load of 1 to 2. And the beautiful thing about coconut is that it contains healthy fats and fiber, but should be eaten in moderation because of its high calorie content. Number 7 is kiwi with a glycemic index of 47 to 52 and glycemic load of approximately 4. It's high in vitamin C and aids digestion because of its fiber content, but should be eaten in moderation too. The next one is peach with a glycemic index of 28 to 42 and glycemic load of 3 to 5 depending on how ripe it is. It's sweet and juicy without much sugar, but portion control is also required. The next is pawpaw. Pawpaw is a kind of fruit sweet like sugar, yellow like Fanta, everybody like pawpaw. Yes, pawpaw is such a sweet fruit loved by many persons, but pawpaw has a glycemic index of 50 to 55 and glycemic load of 5 to 6, which which still fall under the low glycemic index and low glycemic load, but is not so low and should be eaten in moderation. So the 10th one is cherries. Cherries has a glycemic index of 20 to 25 and glycemic load of 3 to 4. And it's quite rich in antioxidants, which helps to fight inflammation and of course balance insulin. So yeah, cherries is ideal for people living with diabetes. Number 11, plums. Plums have a glycemic index of 24 to 53 and glycemic load of 4. The glycemic index depends on how ripe they are. Number 12, pears. Pears have a glycemic index of 33 to 42 and glycemic load of 4 to 6. It contains antioxidants and soluble fiber, which makes it ideal for people living with diabetes, but it should be eaten in moderation. Number 13, grapefruit.
Grapefruit has a glycemic index of 25 and glycemic load of 3, which makes it super cool for people living with diabetes or insulin resistance.
Number 14, soursop. Soursop has a glycemic index of 38 to 45 and glycemic load of 5 to 6. Yes, it still fall under low glycemic index and glycemic load, but you can see that it's not so low and should also be eaten in moderation. And the good thing about soursop is that it contains anti-inflammatory compounds, which are essential for people living with diabetes or insulin resistance, and it also contains fiber that helps slow down the release of sugar. Number 16, berries. Berries have a glycemic index of 25 to 40 and glycemic load of 3 to 5. You can see that berries have low glycemic index and low glycemic load, and they are rich in antioxidants, but you should also control your portion. A handful size is okay. Number 17, apple. Apple has a glycemic index of 38 to 44 and glycemic load of 6, and it contains a very important fiber that helps control blood sugar, peptin. And this peptin is more abundant on the skin, so you have to eat your apple with the skin. So eating your apple with the skin is more blood sugar friendly, but ensure you wash the skin very well. Number 18, garden egg, African eggplant. Garden egg has a glycemic index of approximately 20 and glycemic load of 1 to 2. You can see that garden egg has very low glycemic index and very low glycemic load. And another important thing about garden egg is that it contains soluble fiber that helps improve blood sugar control and get rid of excess cholesterol. So garden egg is great for blood sugar control. Number 19, guava. Guava has a glycemic index of 12 to 24 and glycemic load of 4. You can see that guava has very low glycemic index and very low glycemic load. And the beautiful thing about guava is that it's rich in vitamin C and fiber, which help prevent sugar spike. But guava is more blood sugar friendly when eaten with the skin peeled, because the skin is concentrated in carbohydrates, so eating it without the skin is more blood sugar friendly. Number 20 is avocado. Avocado has a glycemic index of less than 15 and glycemic load of 0. So avocado contains no sugar and is packed with healthy fats and fiber, but should be eaten in moderation because of its high calorie content. So let's get to my top 7 picks from these 20 best low glycemic fruits. So out of the 20 low glycemic fruits we've covered today, here are my top 7 picks you should ensure you put in your plate every week. Number 1 is avocado. It helps enhance your metabolism. Number 2 is guava, fiber packed and very nutritious. Number 3 is garden egg, rich in soluble fiber, accessible, affordable, and highly effective at helping you control your blood sugar. Number 4 is cherries, rich in antioxidants and fiber, which helps tame inflammation and prevent sugar spikes. Number 5 is berries, which is equally rich in antioxidants and help heal inflammation. Number 6 is apples, which are rich in fiber that helps control blood sugar. Number 7 is grapefruit. Grapefruit helps promote insulin sensitivity. If you got value from this video, please like, subscribe, and share with people in your circle living with diabetes or insulin resistance. See you in the next one. Cashier.